Ben, bonjour tout le monde. Aujourd'hui, on est encore de retour sur Honkai Star Rail. On va faire de nouveau des quêtes secondaires parce que je vais pas vous mentir, j'en ai beaucoup trop. J'ai réussi à m'en débarrasser sur le côté des petites quêtes secondaires mini. C'est juste des quêtes de courrier. Allez à gauche, elle va à droite, va à gauche. Discussion inutile. M'en suis débarrassé. Au moins là, on devrait avoir ce qui est intéressant. Alors là, on va commencer sur ce point. C'est quoi qui se passe à la radio? Bon, lui, il faut juste pas que j'y parle. Faut juste pas que je parle à qui que ce soit parce que sinon on va se ramasser dans l'histoire. Puis j'ai pas envie de progresser encore. Là, hein, on va voir qu'est-ce qu'il y a de palpitant aujourd'hui. Eh ben la musique, là, elle est pas mal. Oh! Mission Ah non, non, pas ça, pas ça, pas ça. No. Gyro 6, All of Hotel. C'est good. Attends, je veux juste changer la tune.
What the? Is this a letter?
Quoi, c'est rose? C'était pas là avant, hein? L'encre devient immédiatement visible. Ah! L'aide d'un expéditeur. Comment qu'elle est entrée dans le train? J'ai appris que tu étais revenu et que tu avais conquis les eaux des mains antiques, sauvé un monde du danger. Je suis sûr que ces événements t'ont permis de retrouver des souvenirs enfouis. Non. En encore une note serment, je propose que nous refouillions la table de notre passé, vivions nos retrouvailles et nous remémorons notre grande aventure.
Upend the ancient
Quoi?
sea and return to old ground. It's a letter for Dan Hung, but who is it from? I should ask the conductor.
Ah ben c'est le général. Non! Ok non. Quête d'un expéditeur. Ah ben c'est une quête. Nice. Commencer. Oui. Je veux juste Ah j'ai tellement de nouveaux disques. Space Fiction. C'est quoi ça? Ah ok non. Ok, ça c'est Gyro 6. Ça c'est j'ai déjà oublié le nom. Sanctus Medicus d'Arani. Ah ok, c'est la musique de combat contre eux. Attends. Montrer la lettre anonyme. Pom pom.
Heave ho! Heave ho!
Qu'est-ce que tu parles?
Trailblazer, do you need help with something?
Bah oui, mais toi, qu'est-ce que t'as besoin? T'as-tu besoin?
Pom-Pom's been cleaning up this whole time and didn't see any letters. What? Don't scare Pom-Pom like that! Why are there always strange things sneaking onto our train? Pom-Pom is going to upgrade the security level around here.
Ben non, les tourelles. Ça serait tellement la pire idée du siècle.
What does the letter say?
Vu qu'on est dans l'espace, hein.
It looks like an invitation.
À moins que ça soit des tourelles
Who
au
could have
laser.
sent it? Does Don Hong have any friends on the Luofu? If Pom Pom remembers correctly, he said he was exiled from there, right?
Ben oui, mais c'est sûrement général, hein. Des ennemis. Ben les amis, hein.
Unlikely. If the general sent the letter, he would have signed it.
Why don't you show Don Hong the letter? You know where to find him.
Tu sais où le trouver? Ben oui, dans son bunker. Don Hong, je vais te botter le cul. T'as-tu couillé? Tu l'as même pas pris. Hey Alex.
What is it? Do you need something?
You got a letter! Il y a une lettre. Quelqu'un t'invite à retourner. Il y a une lettre pour toi. Attends.
There's no signature. And it doesn't mention a time or place. Looks like whoever sent this expects me to remember.
Un foxien?
Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint them.
Ouais, ça se pourrait pas que ça soit Blade. Je sais pas à quel point ils étaient proches l'un l'autre.
The handwriting does seem like that of a swordmaster,
Mais,
but Blade would have gotten straight to the point.
ah là, c'est quoi le type d'écriture d'un marchand?
It's an invitation, all right, but this is too mysterious to be him. Let me hold on to the letter. Anything related to Dan Feng's past should be handled with care.
Oh no. He done! Ok, bye. Il le sait. Ah. Quoi? Quoi?
Just as I thought. There was more than met the eye. Letting him leave first was a wise choice. I can't put him in danger again because of this. But if he didn't send the letter, then who did? Maybe I should make a trip to the seat of divine foresight. I need to ask Jing Yuan about the Stellaron hunters.
Ok. Oh. Jing Liu. Quoi? Let's go! Nice! Ok.
After all this time away from the Luofu, the seat of divine foresight has only become more hostile. It's quite reassuring. Relax. You needn't be so cautious, young man. I'm just reminiscing about the old days. However, I never thought Jing Yuan would send you to accompany me. It would seem our fates are intertwined.
Huh?
Oh.
I've got my work cut out for me today.
Et moi qui pensais qu'il avait pas essayé de me se taper.
Don Hung.
Greetings. I need to speak to the general about...
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I accept full responsibility. They can deduct my next 100-year salary if they like.
The Cloud Knights were doing their duty. I'm here to ask the general about the Stellaron hunters.
You came at a bad time. The general is busy with urgent work. You probably won't be able to meet with him today. But he did leave a message. Don Hung. Do you recognize the person on the steps?
I can't say that I know her, but she does look a little familiar. Is she a guest of the general's?
Non, c'est l'entraîneur. Hein?
You don't remember her? I see. I suppose the memories of your previous life really were wiped clean after the rebirth.
Ben oui.
That is Jing Liu, the previous sword champion of the Xianzhou La Fu. She was the closest friend of Imbibitor Lune, your previous incarnation. She was also the general's master. According to records of wars past, her blade has slain countless denizens of abundance. Not even the feather guards of the Wingweaver, the father wolf of the Borazin, or the gigantic mecha beast could withstand a single strike from her. She's a renowned legend. However, those are ancient stories. It's a shame that even a hero like her wasn't able to break free of Mara. It is said that in the end, Jing Liu lost her sanity and slaughtered anyone in sight. She was deemed a criminal and fled to outer worlds.
Je pense pas vraiment que c'est le meilleur. Elle a juste pris trop de
With her
plaisir.
powers, you'd think there would be no one capable of bringing her in. For some reason, she arrived on the Luofu with a suspect disguised as a traveling merchant
Lucha?
and said she wanted to turn herself in. Her surrender came with one condition: that she be allowed a day of freedom before the trial. She wanted to travel to Scale Gorge Waterscape and meet with her old friends one last time. I can't believe Jing Yuan actually agreed.
Ah, ben c'est nous.
Before he left, he ordered us to accompany Jing Liu during her last day on the Luofu. We're hosting an honored guest. We're escorting a criminal.
Écoute, tant qu'elle se bat pas.
Imbibitor Lune, since you traveled all this way, why don't you come and talk with me? Or should I call you by your name in this lifetime? Dan Hung.
Ouais, s'il te plaît. Mais. Ben là, c'est un peu bise quand même. Je me parle à moi-même. Putain.
When I left the Xianzhou, I heard they took away your scales and horns, forced you into a hatching rebirth, and detained you in the Shackling prison.
Ah mon dieu.
I thought Imbibitor Lune had been wiped from this world. But then I returned to the Luofu and watched as you parted the sea. After all these years.
The life of Imbibitor Lune ended. I stand before you, a completely different person.
I understand. The sins of a past life should be forgiven after rebirth. Now you are a nameless, traveling across the galaxy. But can anyone really bid farewell to their past? If my guess is correct, the Preceptors were unwilling to allow the Ichor line to end, and hoped for the Imbibitor Lune's resurrection. That is why they tampered with the molting rebirth, and turned you into what you are now.
Ok. Mais attends, elle s'en est une au moins? Parce qu'elle a pas l'air d'avoir partie de dragon elle aussi, hein.
So, you also wish to restore the High Elder succession, just like the Preceptors.
I have no intention of meddling in such things. That is the business of the Videodora.
Ok, alors tu n'en es pas une. C'est pas une vidéo.
I returned to the Luofu so I could surrender myself to the Alliance and atone for my sins. I did, however, have one request before the trial. I asked to be given a single day to go and see old friends, and to fulfill promises I made long ago. Jing Yuan has always been an understanding person. He heard that you would be coming and agreed to my request.
So, you're the one that mailed the letter to the Express.
Comment?
That's right.
Comment? Parce que techniquement, il est avec eux depuis ce temps-là.
The sea's depths conceal no stone, and dragons' breaths reveal the moon. The scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape is truly as magnificent as the poems describe. But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this, General?
Holding you in the shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes, we will be performing your trial here.
For security purposes? I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
The Stellaron's descent, the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection, the Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Amicassator. According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Law Fu with a group of merchants, but didn't make a single trade during your stay. Your departure coincided with the day the calamities took place. You took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Now you claim that you are responsible for the Stellaron crisis and wish to surrender yourself. Your behavior truly is puzzling. I can't seem to piece together your motive.
Là, c'est bien bizarre.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. I admit I did have my own agenda for entering the shackling prison, but in the end, I found that the Law Fu did not possess what I was looking for. It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer. It would be silly of me to think that I could outrun the Alliance.
Merely a wanderer. You're too modest, Lawcha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone? Or must I utter that tongue twister of a name?
Quoi? Prononcer son nom à coucher dehors.
Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight for nothing, General.
You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research, or this conversation would have been quite dry.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to protocol, you are to be held on the Xianzhou Shuling for a joint trial before the 10 Lords Commission and the 7 Arbiter Generals.
17 personnes! Ben non.
However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape. It will be the last view of the Law Fu you ever lay eyes on.
She told me that the High Cloud Quintet once gathered and feasted here hundreds of years ago. The unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lunae Dan Feng, the artful piloting skills of Bai Heng, the divine weapons crafted by the Juming artisan Ying Xing, and the unmatched stratagem of the General. The 5 of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and the High Cloud Quintet disbanded as each of you went your separate ways. You removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. But not for security purposes. You wish to discuss things that shouldn't be overheard. You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jing Liu.
Quoi? Ben, il est dans la base. Je crois qu'ils s'en foutent.
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
Là, techniquement, je me trompe pas, les Vidéariens, quand ils font la Renaissance, ils ont pas 100% de leur mémoire.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
Alors, techniquement, ils devraient pas s'en rappeler d'elle. Il y a juste les Foxians qui vont s'en rappeler.
I would make a wonderful tourist. Lower your guard, young man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides, your general has already agreed to my request. Imbibitor Lunae, you must accompany me. I won't take no for an answer. Regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life, accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
Lead the way.
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first, or to the Artisanship Commission?
Je dirais la
So
commission de
many
l'artisanat.
memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them. When the people of the Cienjo live to be more than 1,000 years old, each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain through an interminable maze.
How hard is it to choose a destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer Navalia it is.
Ok. Je sais pas s'il se rappelle que cette zone-là est quand même remplie de monstres.
If it's star skiffs you wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate. Why did we come all the way here?
Young man, have you ever heard of Bai Hung, the Foxian pilot?
Bai Hung. I think I've seen that name somewhere before.
Let the noble High Elder drown the enemies in rain. We just need a watch from the sky, I presume?
Imbibitor Lunae, if memories are returning to you, share them.
I think she was one of Imbibitor Lunae's comrades.
She was a comrade and friend to both Imbibitor Lunae and all of us. Well, that's all in the past now. The reason we came to Stargazer Navalia is because I wanted to pay tribute to her here.
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul soothing ceremony?
Yes, the sending off of a star skiff.
Ah, mais il
It
faut un objet.
represents the voyage of the deceased
Qui est pas un
into
peu
the
trop tard pour
stars.
ça?
Due to circumstances beyond my control, I never had the chance to bid farewell to her. It is something I have regretted to this day. As for procuring a star skiff, I know they can be manufactured here, but I know nothing of the process.
I see. Follow me. I don't know anything about manufacturing star skiffs either.
Mais tu veux quand même montrer le
But
chemin.
getting these machines to work shouldn't be too hard. Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
No need to worry.
Ouais.
Tedious.
This is our chance.
Nice.
That'll take more than medicine.
Il est en mort sur le filet.
Stand down.
Attends, c'est quoi? Non, non, c'est pas ça. Inflige des dégâts de glace mineurs à une cible ennemie. Inflige des dégâts de
An
glace.
endless lifespan is just a bitter wait for insanity.
Ok, ah, ok, là je comprends comment ça compte le temps, ça marche. Ah! Hey, Dark! Todo.
That's better. Save it for your own. Time for mischief! Here I come!
Ciao, bye! Ben.
Unworthy.
Unworthy of my violence.
Let's go.
That'll take more.
Try harder. Tedious. Later, all will be revealed. In lunar flame.
Ok.
I hereby pronounce this expedition
Ben.
a success.
Bonjour.
We've arrived. All ship production in Stargazer Navalia starts here. Just enter the command into the device. The vessel used to cultivate starskiff seeds will be activated, and a ship will appear in the skyport soon after. I remember now. I've seen Bai Hung's name in books before.
You like to read? I couldn't tell.
Hey, I don't read much, but the General forced me to finish a bunch of ancient volumes during my training. I remember one called Views of the Universe from a Starskiff. The author's name was Bai Hung.
That's right. Bai Hung was the one who wrote that travelogue.
It was actually really interesting. 90% of it was about starskiff crashes on different worlds and dangerous situations. It also had records of local species and ecosystems. I remember thinking, how could an ace pilot crash land her starskiff so many times? Then I realized that every time, she made the best of the situation and got back alive. Her luck really was out of this world.
Indeed. Her luck always astonished us. Whenever she piloted a mission, you could almost guarantee a narrow escape from the jaws of some abundance behemoth, or a miraculous return from behind enemy lines. Very few starskiffs she piloted were able to return to port in one piece. The folks at the Skyfaring Commission secretly referred to her as the Starskiff Killer. She also possessed an uncanny ability to predict future events, inauspicious ones at least. Every ill omen that came out of her mouth would sure enough come true. Very few Cloud Knights had the courage to accompany her on missions. However, when it came to surviving, her fortunes were incredible. Even in the worst situations imaginable, she was always able to turn the tide. Luck is a type of strength, after all. I hope that this ship, built for the Starskiff Killer, will also be able to return to the stars.
Et ensuite, il se crash. Bon, ben, ça fit d'elle.
Ha! That'll do it. The Starskiff assembly line has been activated. The Starskiff will take shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it there. It won't be long.
Thank you, young man.
Ok.
See, the Starskiff is complete.
Déjà?
After
Sorry.
being away from the Lawfu for so long,
So, what happened to Baihung in the end?
in the end, I do not think the details are necessary. We are here today to commemorate her. Imbibitor Lunae, do you still remember the battle against Shuhu?
Did Dan Feng fight alongside you?
Yes, the High Elder was held in higher regard. The Cloud Knights became wary after learning of Dan Feng's imminent arrival. General Tang Xiao called for me to guarantee the safety of
Ah
the
oui, ok.
troops.
Ils ont pas Dan Fong, mais en fait, c'est celui qui est là pour la sécurité qui tue.
But Bai Hung didn't care about any of that. She believed that the High Elder was mortal and no different from the soldier next to her. You ran a fair share of errands for her when she was still around. Let me refresh your memory. During that battle, Bai Hung, being the headstrong girl that she was, managed to exhaust the luck that was bestowed upon her by the Rainbow Arbiter. She charged ahead and shattered the enemy's defenses, allowing the Xianzhou soldiers to break through Shuhu's sanguinary abyss and awaken you from your dragon's delirium. She was not able to walk out of that fight. We all shoulder a debt that we will never be able to repay.
Délire draconique. Ok, moi aussi, justement, j'étais parti en couille.
For the
Enfin,
Cloud
lui, il
Knights,
était parti en
giving
couille.
up one's life on the battlefield is an honor. But that wasn't something you believed in, Imbibitor Lunae. You couldn't accept that Bai Hung was gone. Instead of leaving her to eternal rest, you decided to...
On a essayé de la réanimer.
You made a mistake that can never be undone. There is no need to respond, Imbibitor Lunae. Your answer is no longer important.
Mais il faut un objet. Oups.
Bai Hung, I've brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person.
Ah bah voilà, il y a l'item en
I'm
fait.
sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed. I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my word, even if it requires me to cut down the stars in the sky. Let's go. The artisanship commission is next.
Ok, qu'est-ce qu'elle veut, elle? La commission de l'artisanat. Oui, c'est vrai. L'arbre est toujours pas mort.
Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations.
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled. Only a single master craftsman was left to hold the line until
Interesting. Stubborn beyond valuing his own life. That reminds me of an extremely arrogant acquaintance. If he were to see the chaos of the Artisanship Commission today, he would burst into laughter at the Cienjo's incompetence.
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and waiting for the Cloud Knights to arrive?
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door? From what I heard, it was a group of Outworlders that came to the rescue.
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yao Qing's campaign. The Cloud Knights were spread thin. It was impossible to guard everywhere at once.
Young man, why don't we continue our previous contest? Show me whether the sword techniques you are so proud of have improved.
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the Creation Furnace.
Why did you send him away?
It is of no importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages.
I don't plan on fighting.
Even after your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's
like you never forgot.
Je veux dire, techniquement, c'est toujours la même personne. Même si ses souvenirs sont disparus, quoi.
Tedious.
Et?
Come on already. What took you so long this time?
Ah.
Don't get anxious, Imbibitor Lunae. We have all the time in the world. I taste malice in the air. The spear
Hey,
recognizes
Zena.
you as its master.
How you do?
Imbibitor Lunae.
Huh?
Do you know
How you
who
doing,
crafted it
Shadow?
for you?
It's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
Good and you? I'm good. I'm good. Been on time. And I know I should have joined your stream when I had the chance.
Later, all will be revealed. In lunar flame.
You're not forced to do so, I know, but I should have. Whoops. Emergency.
Justin, just a little something.
Save it for your own skin.
If you don't feel like it's okay. And also, sometimes you stream when I'm asleep, so yeah, at least I got this bar off me. Yeah, sadly. No. Not a perfect time. Sometimes you do, sometimes you stream when I'm working also. But yeah, it's life. Just excuses. Also, bam.
Ready for death?
This is our chance.
Time for a shot.
Medical.
Just in time.
Medical emergency. Oh, you work now? I've been working for years. So now you can't be much good. No, not at this point.
Let's make it quick.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Show me the money. I don't have any. Life is too much costly.
Nowhere to run.
Lies. I know you hide them under the pillar. Honestly, I wish.
Time for a shot. That's better.
Oh. You know what? Fuck you. Honey. There you go. Boom. Oh yeah.
I'm made to be broken.
Jaws are made to be broken. Oh, nice.
You can continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnation of Dan Feng and have nothing to do with his sins. But you cannot run from combat, Dan Heng. Your spearmanship is identical. Combat is like smelting, purging the impurities with burning flames and exposing a person's true nature. Those are the words of the one who made Cloudpiercer for you. Do you remember?
Les mots seraient fabriqués pièces nuages.
Out
C'est
of
son
all
arme.
of us, you were the closest to him. It was strange, really, to see someone so arrogant get along with someone so proud.
This spear is sharp enough to pierce dragon scales. Be careful, High Elder, lest you hurt yourself with it.
Yingxing.
You still remember his name. When he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the abominations. That's what drove him to travel across the stars to the Xianzhou to receive training. When I first met him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword. But he was boasting about mastering all the crafts of the Artisanship Commission by the time he was 100 years old. The little brat was no less arrogant than the High Elder.
This game's weird. Why do they talk like this? Oh no, it's just those two won't talk like that.
At first, I wasn't too fond of
Let's
his
just say
defiant
that the
nature.
girl have
But when we met
basically
again, he was able to craft
probably
weapons that
around
astonished the
600
master
years old,
craftsman.
and the
He
one on
even
the
snatched the
left
Artisanship
one
Commission title of
just
Furnace Master.
reincarnated a bunch of time.
Unfortunately, the Alliance would never allow
Also,
a
they're both
short-life
antisocial.
species to run the artisan.
You didn't go easy
I
just so
say
I
it
would
like
get here
you.
first, did you?
True.
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't keep up with you.
I can't bully you. It's not even called a bully.
So, are we here to commemorate your short-life species friend?
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short-life species for long. If he is still alive, he must be ancient.
He transformed into a long-life species?
Attends, quoi, c'est possible?
Correct. Such are the twists of destiny. Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's crossroads. As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to aid Imbibiter Lunae in resurrecting his deceased companion.
Ah.
His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
What did you do to him?
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life. Afterward, I heard he was reborn and even gave himself a name.
Quoi?
We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
Ben, pourquoi on est venu alors? Bon. Ils sont censés être 5, non? 7 et 6.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters, eventually used as sacrifices to the Abundance. What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the Abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants Yaoshi dead. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest. So, in order to sever Yaosher's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution. Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many worlds and discovered a solution.
Ok, t'es vraiment frappé par le marin.
I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree to enter Shu Ling and stand before the 6 generals, even the Marshal. That is your true agenda. And the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
How about
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jingyuan.
Me?
The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
Blade. Fuck you. Well, that time, in another dimension, which is basically 3 street away. Bilu! Fuck you, you worthless medic.
Order's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are...
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. For a checkup and consultation. Patience, young man. We're not far from Scale Gorge waterscape. The mission the General tasked you with is about to come to an end.
Mate. Bilu! Wait.
Keep at it.
Okay, yun na pa? Ah, no, yan. Wrong
Keep
one.
at it.
Bilu!
Dunhung, what a surprise! Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
Huh?
Miss Bailu. She's here for a consultation.
Oh, I see. Are you here for your eyes? Or is it something else?
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. My thoughts have been disordered lately, and I experience occasional night terrors. Do you have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
Those symptoms don't sound like my area of expertise. Who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Give me your hand. We'll start by checking your pulse. You'll need to take some translucence worms so I can take a closer look.
Okay.
Your hand! It's freezing! Please wait. Dunhung, can I speak to you for a minute?
Quoi?
Your friend here has a very peculiar condition. Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that
She won't live much longer.
Let the healer make the professional diagnosis.
And she's dying. What?
Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice. It feels like there's a dark current running and pulsing between her core esse and her veins.
I mean, she's using a sword made of ice. That's normal.
I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical records. Can you and your friend come back for follow-up visits?
Refuser avec franchise.
She's a criminal. That's up to the Cloud Knights and the Ten Lords Commission.
Oh, talk about not judging a book by its cover. She looks so kind and elegant. How could she be a criminal? Not my concern. I'll do my best. No matter what I administer, she's gonna need to drink a ton of warm water from this point on. Come with me. I'll prescribe her some soul-returning vitality infusion. It won't cure her, but I'll... Wait! Where did my big... I'm sorry. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were expelled, Tanhung, you mind coming with me to retrieve my medicine? I could use your skills.
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
No.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
Ok.
Ah.
Voilà, c'est ça, c'est de la
I can
glace. Hein.
smell the herbs. It's around here somewhere. Hey! Give me back my medicine box! That thing runs so fast!
Go,
Don't let it get
go!
away!
Bet. Monkey!
There's an even bigger monster protecting this. When did so many creatures start visiting the...
Allow me to eliminate these obstacles, Dragon Lady.
Stand back, my frozen sword.
Soon to be departed.
So this is why your hands are so cold!
For your own skin.
Time for a shot. And for mischief!
Tedious.
Ow.
All
This cold isn't something normal flesh could withstand.
more flame. Try harder. Ready for death.
Fuck. Oh yes. Shit. Okay, that's not
Let's make it
fair.
Naughty child.
I'm made to be broken!
Let's go.
Time for a shot. Just
Emergency healing.
That's better.
Much better.
And for mischief!
Just a scratch. Let's go.
But
Are made to be
not acceptable.
Alright, let me make sure nothing's missing. Excellent. The calming valerian and chi strengthening infusions are here. Apologies again for the delay. This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm your mind.
Very well. The fate of a long-life species is inevitable.
You're Mara-struck? I don't see the symptoms in you at all. What with the incident on the Law Fu, I've treated a number of Mara-stricken patients recently. They all presented with signs of incoherence, delirium, or frightening physical mutations. You don't seem to have any of that.
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in me. I may be sane, but one thing is certain. My mind is already at its limit. And yet, I still have many unfulfilled wishes, and plenty of unfinished business.
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical records do mention that calming the mind is a way to heal the body. If you're able to forget about the past, there might be a chance for your symptoms to regress.
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. I chose to hold on to it, to embrace it, and to use it to maintain my existence. All I have left are the sword in my hand and my hatred of the past. If I am without either of them, I would fall into an empty void. Thank you for your advice, Dragon Lady. Meeting you has provided more healing than any kind of medicine or remedy. By the way, among those you've treated in recent days, did you notice a person in bandages?
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know. I'm not sure. We get injured patients from all over the Xianzhou for treatment. And the number of injuries we see has skyrocketed since the Ambrosia Arbor crisis.
The person I'm inquiring about is tall, with a serious expression. He also carries a crude sword with him at all times. Have you seen someone like that, Dragon Lady?
Oh, yes! Someone came by today that matches that description. He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood. Though, from the way he behaved, it must have been fairly minor. He didn't even take the medicine I prescribed.
He's probably looking for a different kind of medicine. Well then, it would seem that everything is in place. Let's go meet our old friend.
Ok, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Ah. Il y a même pas d'épée.
Take this man away. This does not involve him.
Yanqing.
And so, everyone is present.
Ah,
I
blade.
never thought the High Cloud
Ah, bah
Quintet
oui, bandage,
would be
là.
able to gather again in the same place after hundreds of years. If I remember correctly, the five of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago. We promised that no matter what happened, we would gather here together and share a drink.
Ok, alors c'est
How
lui le
sad
monstre.
that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have become criminals, while others can no longer fulfill their promises. And in the end, our friendship is no more. Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing, hoping that everyone would be gathered here for my final farewell. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price.
Il y en a encore deux.
Imbibitor Lunae, the chief culprit, chose to use the transmutation arcanum as a means of resurrection, begetting terrible transformation and great calamity in the process. He dishonored the name of the fallen. Ying Sing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Imbibitor Lunae in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination.
Et le pilote. Ben, je m'inquiète que le pilote fait pas partie de la liste.
As for Jing Liu, the sinner, she succumbed to Mara, slaughtered her people, and abandoned her oath. Now it is time we pay for what we have done. Dan Heng, you can never escape the shadow of Imbibitor Lunae. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward until... Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life,
Ah, c'est ça, c'est
you
lui
will
l'abomination.
experience only murder and your own death, all the while pleading for a place to rest. This is the only way you are able to relinquish Ying Sing's regrets. And I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep the memory of the pain of the past from fading away. High Cloud Quintet, it is time to say goodbye.
Ok. Quoi, ça a rien dit? Ah oui. Gna, gna. Non. Qu'est-ce que j'ai en grosse quantité? Quoi? Ah, parfait. Tiens, voilà, c'est mieux comme ça.
Keep at it.
A wineless gathering, accompanied by only sadness and bitterness. What a depressing reunion.
Je vois l'appareil de vin.
Jing Yuan, is it not time you sent me to the Shuling?
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject to change. Unfortunately, your next stop will be the Yuchi. I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened to take an interest in the case. They set up a Deca-light reflection barrier in hopes of meeting the two of you beforehand.
Jing Yuan, you haven't changed at all. Always trying to destroy the plans of others. But in the end, whether it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, or the generals of the Rainbow Arbiter, we are all just pawns in a game of the gods. I am sick and tired tired of treading on a predetermined... No matter. I will deviate if you insist. But this does not change how things will end. Ultimately, I will stand on the side of victory.
Then I shall see this gamble through.
Wait. Jingliu, before you leave, you still owe me my due.
I have tried. Besides inflicting more wounds on your body, there is nothing else I can do for you. The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's Slave already told you that the swords of mortals are incapable of killing someone with the flesh of an emanator.
He did. But you still owe me the attempt.
I told you when I taught you the way of the sword. I am uninterested in drawing my blade against someone who does not long for life.
You will only draw against an opponent. Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your teachings.
Savor the moment. I will deliver you a brief moment of death.
Ok, finalement il a changé d'idée. C'est good, on se bat.
We were here once, 700 years ago. Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future. Their faces still linger before my eyes, like a bygone dream. I thought those joyful days would flow indefinitely before us, like a Ciancho lifetime. Yet, dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
A familiar feeling.
Ah,
Almost as if we've returned to my first sword lesson. You used the sword Insing crafted, and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again. The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. All I can do is watch my flesh become severed, healed, and restored. It's as if they're saying, why? Why did you and Imbibitor Lunae commit such an unforgivable sin? I know that you have no interest in my answer, which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. I've asked myself that same question infinite times, but was never able to find the answer. Why? Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again? Why does someone like her have to be buried, burned to ash, and eventually forgotten? Why? In the
ouais, la
end,
vieille photo.
you unleashed the final
They're so
piercing
badass, I
blow
know.
and left both me and the sword in the withered grave. The miraculous thing is that in my brief moment of death, all the pain went away, like when we drank to drown our sorrows.
Imbibitor Lunae, what do you
I haven't decided how I should confront all this. But I think I will continue my travels.
The Express won't be able to carry you forever. Your friends all have burdens of their own, just as we did back then. I did think about giving up on revenge and letting go of everything when I fled the Luofu years ago. However, as time passed, it became more and more clear. It was like an old friend that accompanied me every passing day. The memories of what I did when I was Mara-struck are deeply rooted. Since I am unable to rid myself of them, I decided to face them head-on in the end. Maybe when I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Ying Sing will find true release. Goodbye, Imbibitor Lunae.
Imbibiteur Lunae. Ha! Bon. Bye. Mais qu'est-ce que c'est, toi? T'es pas censé être avec Lucho? Général.
She's gone. All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against one another. Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer to. Even if the Preceptor's interference denied you a true rebirth. Yes. It has been a long day for you, Dan Heng.
Ah, moi, il arrête de m'appeler Dan Feng.
Dan Heng, the General wants me to forget about everything I saw today. I understand. These disputes are far too complicated for me right now. Swordplay is a lot simpler. I have some close friends of my own in the Cloud Knights. Will we fall out the way you guys did? Goodbye for now, Dan Heng. I hope the next time we meet, it'll be under happier circumstances.
Play, ma grande gueule. Fuck you, je te déteste.
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it. We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. This is the price the two of us must pay.
I will see it through.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. For now, I don't mind prolonging my vengeance. It might be more interesting that way.
Oh. Yeah. Chez les micros, on fait du café. Let's go. I want the coffee. Challenge. Ah. Okay. Ahora.
It's still early. Where to now?
Tuna.
Keep at it.
Mais. Ah! Ramine. Pas leur sort des textos, c'est fou. Ah! Ça va.
Where did they get to?
Bonjour.
Ah! Speak of the devil. I was just wondering when you might show up.
Je refuse jamais du thé.
Huh? What orders? Oops, forgot to check my messages. Ah, sorry, my bad. But it's not too late. You can order anything you want. There's something I need your help with. I had to make it up to you somehow. Looks like we're not the only ones who wanted afternoon tea today, though. We'll have to stand up for the time being. Don't drink too much, or you won't be able to sleep tonight.
Ah, comme si tu dormais. Comme si lui dormait tout court.
Anyway, about the something I needed your help with.
Bien sûr. Tant que le, tant que le thé continue de couler à flot.
Don't get ahead of yourself. This might be more complicated than you think. If I remember correctly, you, March, and Don Hong came here on that train. The Astral Express? I was wondering, is the train accepting new passengers?
Quoi? Comment ça? Pourquoi tu te demandes?
Well, it's just... The dust has settled now. The Stellaron problem has been... Forget it. It's not... You see, there's not much left for me here except to carry on repairing equipment in the workshop. I like practicing the guitar, and performances are fun, but the crowds are pretty small. Besides, I'm a researcher. How could I not get excited about the chance to explore new worlds up close?
Ah, ça fait du sens.
Everyone gets tired of living in small places like Bellabog after a few years, right? Okay. Okay, I'm counting on you. I know this is a lot to ask out of the blue, so apologies in advance. I knew I could count on you.
There goes Serval. I better send Himiko a text and ask about the request. Or I guess I could ask Mr. Yang? Or Pom Pom? Who's the best one to ask?
J'avoue que c'est dur. Miko, c'est comme le leader, mais en même temps, Pom Pom, c'est le conducteur, quoi. Pom Pom, le conducteur. Ouais, je
Let's send a message to Pom Pom.
Pom Pom. Conducteur au secours. Ben là, c'est un peu abusé. Passe automatique, pour moi, vérifier un message, c'est urgent. Je suis pas à bord de l'Express. Ne sais pas la manière en bateau. Ben, je suis pas là à bord. Ha! Je suis très cheval. Je sais pas c'est quoi des invités.
La salle des machines est interdite d'accès, ne touche à rien. Je vais y en parler. Compris, merci pom pom. Pourquoi on peut pas voir ça? Je veux ces emojis là. Bon ben, allons annoncer à l'autre la bonne nouvelle. Hein? Bonjour. C'est vrai, il y a l'assistante maintenant.
You should go and talk to Lady Bronya, Serval. It was her personal invite after all.
But... Est-ce qu'elle essaie de skipper un invite en fait?
I know. Let me think about it.
Je tombe mal.
Perfect timing. Please, talk some sense into her.
I knew it.
Huh.
That's just it. There is no deal.
Serval, I understand your reluctance to rejoin the Silvermane Guards.
Okay.
But Lady Bronya values your talent, and she sees how much you could contribute to the rejuvenation of Belobog. So I came to talk to you about it. In any case, you should at least pay her a visit.
Okay, I get it. I'll make a trip to Klapoth Fort and tell Bronya what I really think. Sorry. I need to get this over with. Let me know what they said when I get back.
Same old Serval.
Ah, bien ta sœur.
Join the Express? I see. No wonder she seems so flustered. So, that's what's on her mind. Sorry, my head's still in the argument. It's like this. As you know, my sister used to be one of the research team leads in the Silvermane Guard's technology division. Stellarons were her main area of research, but her expertise went far beyond Stellarons. She was, and still is, well versed in mechanical engineering and other fields. Immediately after her succession, Lady Bronya set her sights on Serval's talents. The Supreme Guardian wants her to resume her technological research and be a shining light for the revitalization of Belobog. However, you saw her attitude just now. I doubt her meeting with Lady Bronya will change anything. I think there's more than one element to it. My intuition tells me this is mostly linked to Madame Cocolia's passing.
Ah, ben oui.
That's true. Never mind. It's just a personal hunch. I've never been good at reading
C'est
my
vrai que
sister's
Cocolia
mind.
avait littéralement arrêté ses recherches.
I can tell the two of you have a close bond. If you get the chance, see if you can persuade her to open up about hand on heart. I wouldn't want to see her sitting behind a desk in Klapoth Fort and sighing all day either. Belobog is too small a place for a mind as inquisitive as Serval's. Maybe it would be better for her to join you on your journey. I'll admit, I'm a little worried about how she plans on getting all this across to Lady Bronya. Are you busy? Let's go and wait for her in front of Klapoth Fort.
Let's go! Ah, l'autre qui attend à rien faire. De manière, il y a déjà quelqu'un pour travailler. Quoi? Mais... Quoi? Ah, ok, non, ok, il fallait que j'aille...
Doesn't seem like they've finished talking yet. I hope it's not turning into a shouting match. Let's go.
I understand your circumstances, Serval. I respect your choice.
Nice.
It was my mistake to make an unwarranted request without considering your own wishes. Allow me to offer you my apologies. I hope you don't take this matter to heart.
No, no need, Branya. You're a supreme guardian now. Don't let a little thing like this... Besides, I'm the one who should be apologizing. I've put my own personal reasons ahead of Belobog's reconstruction.
I get it, Serval. After all, you and Mother...
Ouais, c'est ça.
Sorry, I don't mean to open up old wounds. But there's something I need to ask you. This guitar, I found it after going through Mother's old things. She was never a music lover, so I thought this might be connected to you.
Kakolia... You...
Huh?
It's nothing. You're right, it does belong to me. In fact, it once belonged to me and Kakolia. It was our shared treasure. If you don't mind, Branya, could I take it back to the workshop?
Of course. I'm sure there's a story behind it. But that's between you and Mother. I won't pry. I hope you have an amazing journey, Serval. Do remember to visit home when you get the chance.
I will. Thank you, Branya.
Mon perso qui
I
sourit.
assume you heard
Bonjour.
our conversation just now. I didn't expect her to be so open-minded. And she didn't even try to persuade me to stay. She didn't summon me just to return the guitar, did she?
I wouldn't rule it out. She's good at reading people's minds. She would have known that you'd never set foot in Klopoth Fort voluntarily.
After all these years, I never thought I'd set eyes on this guitar again. Guess we're stuck with each other. Well,
Ben,
it'll take a while to tell.
ben c'est pas, ben c'est son arme,
When we were
elle.
in cadet school, Kokolia and I were notoriously disruptive. We were always coming up with the next crazy invention. We called it exploring the infinite possibilities of new technologies. This guitar was one of those inventions.
Nice.
Kokolia came up with a name, the Super Electromagnetic Flux Player, or electric guitar for short.
Ben c'est une guitare électrique, ça tombe bien?
Not really, no. She was a military history major, very different from what I was doing. Still, we hung out every day. It's only natural that my love for inventing would rub off on her. I told you it'd take a while to tell the story.
Ben c'est pas long.
Let's get back to the workshop first. By the way, want to help me pack my bags?
Pourquoi pas, hein?
That melody.
That's one of yours, right?
I didn't think many people liked that one. Seems the city might have a few nice memories of me after I'm gone. Well,
Molly,
here.
l'assistante. Excusez-moi,
Come
on va
on,
avoir
let's gossip.
une promotion. Mais c'est vraiment pourquoi je sais même pas pourquoi tu fais ça.
there's no place like home. I never. Shepard, can you lend your dear sister a hand? Help me pack my bags.
Am I allowed to refuse? This place... Just looking around gives me a headache.
Okay, I promise this is the last time. I'm about to go traveling with him. Who knows how long it'll be before I can visit home again. You should help me pack while you still have the chance.
Fine. I'll give you a hand.
You just need to make yourself at home. You've done plenty of work already.
Aider Serval à emballer les affaires. Ah, ben visiblement, je l'aide. Elle est quand même stylée, la guitare.
Since you're so curious, I'll give you the whole story. This guitar, was actually given to me as a birthday present by Kokolia a long time ago.
Ok, mais pourquoi c'est elle qui
I
l'a?
came up with the design, but I was never able to build it. Some of the raw materials were either too expensive or too hard to get a hold of. She helped me turn the concept into reality. Quick as lightning, always keeping her word. That was her way of doing things. Back then, I thought we'd be friends for life.
If it was a gift, why was it in
Ouais,
Madame
c'est ça.
Kokolia's office?
I don't think anyone realized, but back then we were so close we didn't even differentiate between each other's possessions. We shared pretty much everything. We lived in the same dormitory, went to the same school together every day, ate together, whiled away the time together, and occasionally talked about music together.
Huh.
Though it
Yeah.
wasn't something she was overly. That's how things were until the day we fell out. A lot of our shared possessions never left her office again. I was always looking forward to the day she'd return this guitar. I thought that would be the day we could bury the hatchet. Now that I think about it, perhaps I was too naive. She'd probably forgotten it even existed. And that's the only Kokolia you guys ever got to know, huh? Always ahead of everyone else, she put it all out of her mind. Me and every memory to do with me. I know. But that's what makes it harder.
J'avoue, tu fais rien de mal. puis
Bygones
tu
be
souffres encore
bygones,
plus.
sister.
How did the conversation get so heavy again? No go- You know something, Japard? That guitar case in your hand and my guitar? They're both from the same prototype. The Super Electromagnetic Flux Player.
Huh.
I never knew your guitar had a connection to me, too. Quite the story.
Bon. Vas-y, fais un gros saut. Spécimen de plantes mystérieuses. Ben, c'est un cactus.
Oh, that? It's a botanical specimen. Little Lynxie sent it during one of her. As for the name,
Snowman's palm.
C'est une peluche de bonhomme de neige. Quoi? Ça a aucunement l'air bonhomme de neige.
And little Lynxie is the youngest sister of the Landau family, by the way.
yes. Snowman's palm. My memory's the worst.
It's the only plant here that looks like it's still alive.
Hey, watch
Hey,
it.
Il y a encore ces deux-là en haut.
Anyway, this specimen means a lot to me, so I'm bringing it with me. Thanks for the reminder.
Lettre inachevée, ben ça, pas besoin de l'amener, hein.
Oh, that's a letter I was gonna send to my mom. I haven't even finished writing it. There's nothing personal in it. Have a read if you like.
You're still writing to Mom and Dad?
Only to Mom. You know, I still don't get along with Dad.
You know, Serval, if you're really leaving Belobog for a while, you should pay them a visit first.
Ouais, c'est ça, au moins une dernière
I'll think
visite.
about it.
Quoi d'autre? Réparer.
Well, let's see. Yes. Silvermane Guard standard issue portable heater. It's broken though.
It's a family heirloom. Belonged to Rhonda once. You should take care of it.
I wanted to keep it with me. But that's the problem with old things. The less you use them, the easier they break. Besides, no one's paying me to fix it, right? Hey, wait a minute. Didn't I teach you a few machine overhaul skills? Want to practice on this old antique?
Here we go again.
Un petit guépou.
Like I said, let bygones be bygones.
The principle behind this machine and the one you fixed when you first came to the workshop is the same. You'll understand when you... So, I'll leave this one to you. In return, how about I tell you the backstory behind it?
Ok.
I knew you were a reliable apprentice. Think about it. You helped me fix my machine the first time you came here, and now you're helping me the last time, too. That's called having a beginning and an end, right?
Well done for putting up with her for this long.
Attends, Voilà.
Wow, great job. Like I said, a reliable, as promised. Let me tell you the story behind this little heater. Its original owner was an ancestor of the Landau family, Rhonda Landau. She was one of our great heroes who participated in the defense of Belobog 700 years ago. The records tell that during the decisive battle, she led 2 Silvermane Guard brigades. She engaged the enemy for 4 full days and nights in the fight for the city. I still have the newspaper clippings from that time. I'll show you when I get the chance.
700-year-old newspaper clippings? That seems a little unlikely. I'd take that with a grain of salt. Even if they do exist, odds are she lost them.
The clippings aren't the point. What I'm trying to say to you is that we have a lot of talent in the Landau family.
Non, pas vrai. C'est clair qu'elle les a perdus. Mais bon, écoute, si elle les a retrouve.
Take responsibility for your choices and the people of Belobog. Every Landau is driven by that ethos.
That should be everything.
What?
You're here. Come on, let's gossip. Finally. I think I must have left cadet school with about the same amount.
No easy job. Serval, do you really want to leave Belobog and go with the Trailblazer?
Of course. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I can't miss it. What's wrong, Japard? Oh, I see. Can't let go of your dear old sister, huh?
Forget it. I don't want to complicate things, but before you leave, I have one last request to make. The garrison is heading down to the underworld soon, to survey the situation around Boulder Town.
Huh? You just said you didn't want to complicate things for me, and... Aha! You just want to spend as much time as possible with me before I go, right?
Bah oui.
No, it's not that. I've heard there are a lot of old energy hubs in the underworld, and you're probably the only person in Belobog who knows how to inspect them. Since you're leaving one way or the other, why don't you do the people of the city one last favor before you go?
Even at a time like this, you're still thinking about the people. I don't know what to say. All right, I'll help you out. The first and last time the Landau siblings will work together.
Thanks, sis. If you have the time, could you... You're Belobog's hero. I'm sure you must be popular in the underworld. The Silvermane Guards will face less resistance if you come with us.
Ouais, non, c'est ça. Dis-moi la
Thanks. I'll contact you when the guards have finished their preparations.
I'm tired of packing. Let's leave it here for today. Thanks for your help.
Ah oui.
Oh, I drank all the tea. Why am I getting sleepy?
C'est tout? Eh ben. Next. Ben. On est prêt à demander à Clara ce qui s'est passé à la colonie de robots. Clara!
The thief has stolen parts again? How am I going to track down this crook? Oh, it's you!
Oui, c'est moi.
There have been a few unusual thefts in the dwelling over the past few. The vagrants say that the parts they worked so hard to obtain have completely vanished. They're worried that there's a thief in the dwelling. Despite our investigations, no one has been able to track down the thief. What's even stranger is that the thief appears to be only interested in stealing parts and doesn't care about other valuable items.
C'est-à-dire qu'il fabrique quelque
The
chose.
vagrants had no choice but to ask Mr. Svarog to look into it, but he still hasn't found anything. I investigated the matter myself, but I came up empty-handed. Jeez. I'm baffled. What a strange thief.
Grave. L'odeur du crime, c'est excitant. Non, non, on va juste mettre les
Are
erreurs.
you also here to look into this case? Perhaps if we work together, we can uncover. It's just, I haven't found enough clues yet. The thief is really tricky. They haven't. Oh, I heard the vagrants on patrol last night ran across the thief again, but I haven't had time to look into it. Should we go out? You
Hey.
sound so cool. You're like one of the characters from Mr. Svarog's movies. Aren't they called detectives?
Oui, oui, c'est ça.
Seeing you so fired up has me excited too. Now,
Allez, Clara, allons s'occuper des méchants. Attends, en premier, je vais aller manger ça. Voilà. De la peinture partout. Bonjour.
sir, how are you? I heard you saw the thief who stole the parts last night. Can you tell us what happened?
Ah! Who's there? Oh, Clara, it's you. I thought it was... You scared the living daylights out of me. I did see the thief last night, but who is this person next to you?
Je suis le héros. Je suis le brillant acolyte du détecteur de génie. Oui.
This nickname is a bit embarrassing.
Detective? I see. You're here to help catch the thief, right?
Oui.
It's great that there are more people here to solve this case. Hold on. I'll explain what happened last night. Just let me gather my thoughts first. Okay. So, last night I was on patrol when I bumped into the thief stealing the parts. Then I...
Il est tombé.
Goodness, I was so scared. It was dreadful. I was cold and hungry while on patrol last night, so I decided to return to the dwelling and heat up some leftover canned food for a snack. But when I entered the tent, the thief's silhouette... I couldn't see the thief's face because the tent was so dark, but I could tell he wasn't a nice guy.
Ben là.
Because when he turned to flee, he swung a knife right across my face. In that moment, I really thought I was going to die.
Calme-toi.
I could feel the blades chill on my cheeks and smell its rusty scent. The weapon that fella had was definitely a metal one. That's the only thing I'm certain of. Also, I saw the outline of him in the dark. The fella's head was absolutely square.
Quoi?
Yes, you heard me. Square.
La tête de ce type est parfaitement correcte. Ben là, c'est quoi? C'est style de Minecraft?
It was truly terrifying.
Oh, you're right. I see. I'll jot it down. Sir, please take a deep breath. So, he was armed with a metal weapon and had a, square head, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm struggling to make sense of...
I'm sorry. I was too scared. When a shadow leaps out at you, who could possibly pay attention?
It seems that's everything. We now know one of the culprit's physical traits, and that he is extremely violent. But how can we track him down?
Yes, I remember something. While the culprit was hurrying to escape, he knocked something over.
This is a crucial clue. Let's go.
I think he ran that way. No one has touched the crime scene, so any traces he left behind should still be there. Please.
Ok. Attends, déjà là, je vais prendre la note derrière toi. Merci. Ben, y'a rien. Des griffures sur le rocher a été causé par une arme en métal. Les griffures pointent vers l'endroit éloigné.
Take a look at these marks.
Je te jure.
These are very suspicious.
Si c'est le shampoing
Could they have
encore.
been left by the culprit? They point in that direction. Let's go take...
Mais comment qu'elle a deviné que c'était en bas?
And look at these. How unusual. They don't appear to have been left by a human.
Attends, quoi? Y'a une espèce vivante ici?
The tracks stop here. I guess we'll have to look around for other clues. This is where the mechanical waste is disposed of, though.
Montre-toi sur l'eau, Rose.
Oh, okay. I'll follow you. Let's split up. Wait. What's that noise?
Wait, what is that noise? Holy shit, it's a kamikaze bot. Dégage-toi. Pas le kamikaze ailleurs, j'y suis. I get a bad joke from head to shoulder. Yes. But
It's a
c'est vraiment un robot
tiny
kamikaze.
robot? Is it searching for something? But it looks like it's carrying the vagrant's missing parts. And those tracks and metal scratches we noticed earlier.
C'est juste le robot qui a frotté. Ah ben oui. Puis la lame proche de la tête, ben c'était juste une des parties de métal.
That would be quite strange. This small robot doesn't appear to be a Belobog creation. It looks like it's been welded together from random scrap metal materials. Huh. It appears to have a small mechanical arm. Ah! It's noticed us!
Human. Injured. No. Hurt. Please don't.
I don't understand what it's saying, but it doesn't appear to be trying to flee or attack us. It appears to be trying to say something. Human, please, don't hurt.
Violence!
Is it trying to say, please don't hurt me, humans?
Human. Parts. Rivet. Need. Repair. Need. Town. Parts. Need.
Quoi?
Need.
J'ai compris.
Hurt. Don't.
It appears to have a malfunction, but I think I can understand it. It seems that it needs these parts, and I've never seen a robot with this kind of malfunction before. What happened?
En avant, prépare-toi pour le combat, ok?
Although the small robot appears to want to communicate, its speech is all scrambled.
Ah, ça, son synthétiseur de voix est vraiment
Perhaps there's
brisé.
an issue with its language module. this little guy probably can't understand what we're saying.
Run! Escape! Open fire! Workshop! Chase! Don't!
No, we can't let it escape. It still has the Vagrant's parts. What should we do? We gotta stop it. But please don't.
Please be nice. Commit violence.
No, hurt, don't. Pain, suffer. Sorry. Parts, sorry.
But once.
Let's go.
Sorry. Hurt, suffer. Pain. No. Pain. Sorry. So
Why?
sorry. Pain. Suffer. Sorry.
It seems to have stopped working.
Hey, j'ai à peine frappé.
Was it begging for mercy? I'm not sure what happened either. I feel bad about this. I guess we should return this little fella and the parts. I think I can... I'll repair it. And if I can't, I'll ask Mr. Svarog for help. He always knows what to do.
Voilà, je l'ai à peine frappé.
Initiating assessment of the robot's condition. Please wait, Clara.
While Mr. Svarog is assessing this little fella, let's give it a quick checkup ourselves. This paint job and these custom parts, and the way the parts are attached, it's all quite strange. But one thing is for certain, this little fella is not under remote control.
Ah
He's
ouais,
operating
autonome.
entirely of his own accord. Its design is, well, unique. I've never seen a robot with a design like this before.
C'est littéralement le même design des robots kamikazes que j'avais pas d'abattre, ok?
It really seems like something that was thrown together rather quickly. Its creator most likely didn't consider whether the system would function properly or not. Is it a failed robot pet creation that has been abandoned? But if it's a pet, then why would it gather parts itself?
C'est quoi un robot de compagnie?
I've heard that some vagrants in the dwelling keep the little robots they find as pets. Some vagrants also make modifications to their pets, which they call pet upgrades.
Je peux avoir un pet?
Pets like that are pretty rare, but some of the folks who have them have formed a small community to share ideas. Some are interested in nurturing robots. Others force them into battle.
Ah, ouais, dans l'arène, quoi.
If my memory serves me right, the parts this little fella stole were originally designed for that kind of pet upgrade. This robot pet phenomenon really gets to me. I'm sorry. I just suddenly felt some strong emotions. Let's get back to work on repairing the small robot. This jack's placement is odd. The chip is buried deep inside. If you don't look closely enough, you won't even find it.
Assessment of the robot's condition is complete. The shell damage is estimated to be 98.2%.
Il y a 1,8% de l'intégrité. Même pas, il y a... Ouais, ça, il y a 1,8% de l'intégrité qui est correct. J'ai
The
peut-être
assessment
claqué un peu trop
concludes that
fort.
a total recovery is impossible. It is recommended that the robot's external shell be removed and replaced, while keeping the outer circuitry and related transmission devices.
You can always rely on Mr. Svarog to come up with a brilliant idea. So, I guess we'll have to go find a new robot shell to fix it, right?
acheté?
I'm not sure if anyone sells this kind of thing. However, there must be some robot shells lying around the machine graveyard.
Ah bah oui.
Everyone calls it a graveyard, but there are actually lots of useful parts buried there. I'm gonna return the parts to the vagrants first. Then I'll check on the little fella. Can I trust you to find a shell in the machine graveyard, Big?
Ben oui.
Please. Please don't say things like that. You'll upset me.
Me.
Then, I'll entrust this look for Toby at the front entrance. His appearance is crude, but he's the robot.
Il est grossier. Je vais lui apprendre à moi être grossier, un coup de chink.
Hello, guests of Miss Clara. Please do as you wish. It's my honor to serve you. Miss Clara has assigned me the task of planning your sightseeing route in the machine graveyard. I will guide you down the path.
Quelque chose de suspect.
Would you like to engage in super speed mode? If so, please confirm by spinning counterclockwise 10 times. Then clockwise by 270 degrees.
On n'a pas le temps pour ça, hein.
This is our chance.
Naughty child.
Ouais, merci.
Dazzling Ninja reporting for duty.
Evil, leave it.
Ouais,
We
non, je
have
pense pas que
arrived at our first destination. This model is known as the Dire Wolf, and was scrapped after it sustained piercing damage during a battle with another robot pet, which caused the chainsaw's fuel tank to burst.
Ah.
Robot pet battles sound a little frightening. The inside of the armor is a total mess due to being melted by the heat.
We are on our way to the second destination. Please take a seat, buckle up, and hold tight.
On est à pied. Puis t'es lent.
Caution! You have exceeded the speed limit.
Quoi? T'avais pas parlé d'une vitesse subsonique, toi, il y a 2 secondes?
Are made to be broken.
Jitsu makes it secret technique, dazzling obliteration!
This is our chance.
Ha ha ha! Allez, dégagez. Bet. Tu viens me laisser faire ce que j'ai à faire. Oh my god!
Dazzling Ninja reporting for duty.
This is our chance.
That'll hit more than that.
Are made to be broken.
Toi là, tu vas mourir. Voilà.
Evil, leave at once.
Let's go.
Dazzling Ninja report. I will remember
arrived at our second destination. This module is called the Beetle, which is the same as mine. This machine was scrapped because it accelerated erratically for 7.1 kilometers after it incorrectly interpreted a command, causing the engine to catch fire and the core module to melt down.
Attends, sur le boss trop ici, quand il a foncé sans but pendant 7,1 km après avoir mal interprété une commande, ce qui a provoqué la combustion du moteur et la fonte de son module de l'eau. Un gars il est tellement runné, il en est
That is
mort.
such an odd reason to be scrapped. However, the shell appears to be in good condition, so I'll bring it with me.
Your trip has concluded. Please keep an eye out for vehicles approaching from the back or sides, as well as enemies and automatons. Your trip has concluded. I appreciate you putting your trust in Toby. A 5-star review for this trip has been automatically generated for you. You're welcome.
Why? C'est quoi qu'il fait là?
Clara, it's time for a break. You shouldn't repair machines when you have negative emotions. It's bad for your physical and mental health.
Don't worry, Mr. Svarog. I'm fine. Oh, you're back already. How did it go? Did Toby help you find a shell?
Ouais. Il est bizarre, mais bon.
This shell. It doesn't appear to be the same design as this little fella's. But it shouldn't matter. The structures of these small robots are nearly identical. Thank you for bringing this to me. I finished extracting that chip from the small robot. Now, all that's left to do is move all this circuitry into the new shell.
Exactement.
Although its appearance has changed a lot, I think we did a good job.
C'est même plus le même modèle.
But what I just did, is it any different from those pet upgrades that the Vagrants perform?
Non, là c'est plus un pet réparation.
Not compatible. Incompatible.
Genre du monde thé.
Huh? It's making a strange sound.
Incompatible.
What's going on? Is it
incompatible? Incompatible. Incompatible.
Risk level high. Clara, get away now.
Big brother, watch out! It's out of control.
It's out of control. Violence. It's okay.
Let's go.
Quoi? Quoi? Non. C'est finalisé.
Terminate.
Quoi?
Terminate.
Phew. That was close. Fortunately, Mr. Svarog and Big Brother acted fast.
Big brother. Toi là.
The
Arrête.
little fella. Was there a
Troubleshooting. Assessment. The system on the chip and the new hardware are incompatible, causing the robot to behave erratically. The current issue has been resolved. Risk level low. Alert lifted.
It appears to have adjusted to its new shell after the battle. That's great. But I'd like to keep a closer eye on it for a while. Compatibility tests should take a few days. I'm also curious about where this little fella came from. Could you please? I need to look into something. I may require your...
Bah oui, hein. Demain alors.
Thank you, Big Brother. I'll text you when this little fella is fixed. Mr. Svarog, I'd like to give this little fella a name.
Accessing name database. Search results. Abby, Abigail, Ada, Addison.
I should come back to Claire.
Abigail.
Mais non. Ah non, c'est Abigail. Godfather. J'adore. Yeah, je suis payé. Non. J'aime être payé. Trésor du vieux contremaître. Oh shit, Hulk a des problèmes. Hulk, j'arrive à la rescousse. Hulk, viens chercher Hulk.
I shall unleash the vibrant colors of dazzling ninjutsu.
Okay. Ha.
You! Hey, you! Stop! You are now a conscript of the moles.
Okay.
You kidding? It's me, the second in command of the moles, Julian of 1,000. You know what? No, it ain't the time for this. We got trouble. The boss went to the Great Mine along with her Diggertron.
Ah, ok, c'est ça son.
And she refused
son
to
arme.
let anyone go with her. I feel like she's doing something dangerous. Diggertron is Diggertron. As long as the boss has it with her, you can expect a good fight. Fursman is in the mines. It seems like the boss heard some bad news about him and then just ran in there. Oh, there's lots of bad guys in the mines. Miss Natasha said kids ain't allowed to go in. Go check on her for us now.
Qui est Fursman? Ok, dans merde. Qui
He's
c'est
Hook's daddy.
Oh
and
shit.
he's like a daddy to everyone in the moles. He's like... Thank you.
Ah, c'est-
Please...
Emergency! C'est où faut que j'aille? Voilà. Emergency! Ah! Ben, il regarde même pas dans votre...
Calm down. We're all here to work for a living. Why not sit down and talk it out?
Save it. We treated you as our leader, but look how you treated us.
Such a rat.
You sold the intel about the vein to Antonia, but we discovered it first. Now we lost the mine, and we have to work for those guys.
Traitor!
Well, nothing to say for yourself, huh? So you admit that you sold...
Go away, you brutes! Don't bully my...
Oh, little Hook? Oh, no, you have it wrong. It's your daddy who bullied us first. Ask him if you don't believe me.
Daddy?
Yes, I told Antonia about the vein, but I was the first one to discover it. I have the right to do anything.
It's only because you have that detector. Let's see who's boss when we take it from you.
Back off. I was thinking about the bigger picture when I did that. Unlike you all who just look for trouble every day.
Well, I think someone needs to teach you a lesson.
You'll never lay a finger on Daddy without passing through Hook.
Huh.
It's you!
Another punching bag? Fine by me. I'll kick all your butts.
No.
Dazzling Ninja reporting for duty. From
Pas touche.
Ninjutsu is Ninjutsu. Secret technique, dazzling obliteration.
Let's make it quick.
Allez, coucher.
Daddy!
Just a few scratches.
Don't worry about me. I have Diggertron. No one can hurt me.
Good. That's good. And you, young man.
Je suis trop jeune pour mourir.
I remember. You are the outsiders Natasha mentioned before, right? I heard that you helped resolve some conflicts around the mine. Whatever your motivation was, I appreciate your help.
Ouais, non, j'avoue que j'avais un peu envie de me battre
Let's
aussi.
go to the old witch's clinic. You're seriously hurt.
But the vein detector that rapscallion was after, somebody already stole it from me. I need to keep searching, otherwise I might never see it again.
Nossa.
It's just a tool. I guess I should let it.
Bon, allons voir. Allons la voir le médecin. La vieille sorcière.
Searching, then you go running, searching, run.
I've taken care of your wounds. I'm running short on medical supplies these days, though, so behave yourselves and stay away from trouble. You hear? Don't pretend you didn't hear that, Hook. I'm talking to you.
Huh?
Hook wasn't the one that caused trouble. It was those bad guys. We were just defending ourselves. Ask him. See?
You are gonna spoil that kid.
Non, non, mais c'est
That's
vrai.
enough for now. I'll say this one last time, Hook. If you cause any trouble again, I'll take Diggertron away. Do you understand?
Hook understands.
The boss of the moles should stick to her word. I have patients to take care of. See you later.
Thank you again. If it weren't for you and Dr. Natasha, Hook and I probably would have been in big trouble.
Bon, qu'est-ce qui t'a eu?
Well, a few days ago, I found a geomarrow vein using a vein detector, and I sold this info to Antonia, a supervisor of the mining team. Then, those vagrants heard about it and accused me of being a traitor. They believe that since I'm also a vagrant who came from another mine and ended up in here for a living, I should naturally be on their side. The mining team could not agree with that, of course. I'm just too old for this.
Daddy? Are we short on money? Why did you do that?
My poor child. Daddy is old now. Who knows how long I can stay by your side? I have to start preparing for your future.
Oh no.
People say I'm selfish, think I'm a traitor, but it doesn't matter to me. All you need to know is when I'm gone, you will have the money to take care of yourself and survive on your own.
Daddy.
Forget about it. Since I've got the money from the mining team, I have nothing to complain about now. It's just a shame that I lost my vein detector. It was indeed a treasure.
C'est quoi un détecteur de filon? Ben, un
It's an
détecteur de filon.
ancient relic that I found in a mine. People say it's a device that mining teams used for detecting geomarrow veins long ago. I often carried it around looking for a fresh claim. Perhaps some villains up to no good took notice. It's a rare device, you know. No wonder somebody stole it. Anyway, I guess I don't need the detector anymore. The less trouble, the better. I shouldn't care who stole my device. Whoever it was, I hope they get good use out of it.
Espérons.
Hook seems to be giving me a look like, I want to talk to you outside the clinic now. So that's why people call eyes the windows to the soul.
Voilà, ça soit des kilomètres qu'elle veut aller beat up la personne qui a volé. Bonjour. Hook qui parle à Hook. Je suis le vrai Hook.
Wait! Hook needs you to help with something. Well, I haven't said what we're gonna do, but that's the spirit. You truly are an honorary member of the moles.
J'ai même pas besoin de te le demander.
That detector is Daddy's treasure, so I gotta get it back. Hello? Alright then. I'll be waiting for you at the shelter in the mine, big brother.
Ben.
I mean...
Ha!
See ya!
Oui, oui, j'ai entendu Hook, comment t'as dit.
qui est encore en train de dormir.
Slow, honorary member of the moles. You should have gotten here before us. Let me introduce you to Sweta. She is Daddy's most trusted miner.
Not at all. Mr. Fursman trusts every vagrant, and every one of us trusts Mr. Fursman. But after what happened over at that geomarrow vein, the atmosphere at the shelter became a bit tense.
I'm here to find Daddy's treasure, his vein detector. I heard that someone stole it.
Well, I would guess after the conflict in the mine, Wildfire gathered everyone out of the shelter and took a head count to check on the wounded. 4 people were not there.
Ah.
When we
Juste assez
returned to
pour
the
voler.
shelter, Mr. Fursman's detector was gone. We searched all around the shelter but found nothing. I guess one of those 4 people was the thief. Indeed. Now we can narrow down the scope of our search considerably.
Grave. Mais attends, ça c'est des vagabonds ou
We
c'est des
vagrants have
mineurs?
our dignity too. I'm sure we will catch the thief, but
But what?
actually we've already asked those 4 suspects about it. They all claim to not have stolen anything. Of course, we could never expect thieves to confess and turn themselves in, right?
Ouais, non, c'est ça.
In my opinion, one of those 4 was lying.
Ben, c'est clair et net, plutôt.
Doesn't seem likely. All 4 suspects are at the shelter. If you're feeling confident, why not give it a try?
Si vous sentez l'attaque,
Maybe you can determine who the
dis
thief
attaque.
is.
Adults are so dishonest. Hook's gonna question them one by one.
Malhonnête. T'étais pas aussi malhonnête quand on s'est rencontrés. Toi là.
Did
Donne-moi
you
le
steal
détecteur.
Daddy's detector?
Nope, I'm no thief.
Really? Then you better answer our questions honestly.
Ask away. Let's not waste time. Spacing out. Didn't notice anything. Good man. But a bit of a cheapskate. Nope. What detector?
Hey, would you mind talking more nicely?
What? I always talk like this.
I don't feel like she's the thief. I know.
Ok. Toi là, l'assistant, t'es chelou.
Hook? What's the matter?
Did you steal Daddy's detector?
What? Oh, if I'd known I would become a suspect, I wouldn't have gone out at that time. How foolish of me. Of course not. I didn't do anything wrong.
We just need you to answer a few questions.
Okay. Ask away. It would be good to clear myself of nothing special. I just went out to get some fresh air. Oh dear. I know that's a lame alibi, but I swear it's the truth. Mr.
Il est quand même
Firstman,
suspect. Hein.
he's a good person. Though... Oh, never mind. Oh, no. I must sound very suspicious, but I really didn't do anything. You have to believe me. Detector? No, I haven't seen anything, and I don't know anything. Is that all the questions you have? Have I proven my innocence? Oh dear. All this waiting around.
Mais. Calme-toi, il va con. Marchand.
Did you steal Daddy's detector?
Mais. Arrête de le dire à tout le monde.
How could you say that? You're gonna make me angry. You know what a businessman values the most? Reputation. If your slander ruins my reputation and harms my business, you'll pay for that.
Écoute, si tu me donnes une facture pour rien, c'est tes dents qui vont payer à la place.
Well, then answer our questions.
I have the right to remain silent.
Ça, c'est quand tu te fais arrêter.
I withhold my opinion toward this question.
Mais.
No comment.
Ugh. Oh, you... I'll give you one more chance. Think carefully and give your answer to Diggertron this time.
I've seen all sorts of things in my life. Why would I be afraid of you two little rascals?
Patiemment, je vais le faire pleurer.
Here, how about we make a deal? I'll tell you what I know in exchange for a small intel service fee. Great. I like your style. Customers who don't fuss over the price are the best. So what do you want to know? Ask away. I went into town to restock. Nothing out of the ordinary, right? I restock on a regular basis, everyone knows that. I was wondering why there was nobody at the shelter. Fursman is an old customer of mine. He's pretty nice to me, though we are not so close. As to what he did about that geomarrow vein, it was kind of unethical. We're all neighbors. We've known each other for a long time. But he sold out to the other side and left his own people out to dry. I really can't agree with that. Look, the cook is definitely the thief, I'm sure about that. I value my reputation more than anything, so you can trust me.
Le cook.
What do I have to gain from lying to you? Wildfire coming for me in the night? Trust me, something's definitely fishy with that cook. I could tell from the start. If you don't...
Ok, attends, je peux-tu revoir puis demander? Ok, non, je peux leur demander par rapport au cook. C'est un cook, cuisinier, ouais.
Well, well, well. What's this? Playing detective or...
Spill it! Did you steal my daddy's detective?
You little brat. How dare you label me a thief? Someone needs to give you a good lesson on manners. I'm an honest and decent man. I'd never do such a shady thing.
Ok, non, c'est lui.
Anyone can say that. If you really didn't steal anything, then just answer.
Oh, you have a temper, huh? All right, I'll spare a couple minutes for your little detective game. I'm a cook. What else would I be doing? Don't you notice the smoky cooking smell all over me? It's just that I happened to be out shopping for ingredients at that time. Otherwise, who'd want anything to do with this kind of thing? That old Fursman was kind to me. When we were at Rivet Town, he put me in charge of the whole mining team's food supply. And it's because I trusted him that I came to this mine with him. I mean, I didn't expect he would take that money for himself. Anyway, he found that geomarrow vein by himself, so I won't blame him for not sharing. But you know, what he did was not like the old Fursman I knew.
Bon, alors j'avoue qu'il est un peu suspect quand même.
Well, I don't want to be a snitch, but out of my respect for Fursman, I'll tell you a secret. The helper over there, I saw him sneak into Fursman's tent and come out holding a box. See? Isn't he the most suspicious one? I don't care if you believe me or not. I told you all I know. Now leave me alone if you don't have any more questions. I'm busy.
Ah oui, c'est dur parce que déjà le coup de souris, on peut l'enlever de la liste.
Remember everything they said?
Oh, t'es clairement pas fait pour ça.
Don't worry, I've written it all down for you. Remember, among these 4 people, only the real thief would lie. The cook said the helper did it. The tailor said it wasn't her. The merchant said it was the cook, and the helper said it wasn't him. So, do you know who the culprit is?
Quoi?
I think the cook and merchant are the most suspicious.
Ouais, hein?
My gut tells me that one of them is the culprit.
Ben, surtout, c'est parce que le marchand, c'est lui qui en a le plus à gagner.
But don't worry. Even if you choose the wrong one, Pitch Dark Hook the Great has other ways to uncover the true culprit.
Right. We have other methods besides deductive reasoning to find out who the true thief is. Let's just examine what they've said first. The cook said the helper did it. The tailor said it wasn't her. The merchant said it was the cook, and the helper said it wasn't him. So, do you know who the culprit is?
Ah, c'est dur. Le problème, c'est que l'assistant, il est sur le stress à mort, comme ça. C'est bien bizarre qu'il soit autant paniqué que ça. Le cuisinier, il est bien gratuit sur son dos, quoi. Puis le marchand, clairement, c'est lui qui en a le plus à gagner, hein. Moi, je dirais le marchand.
I don't know why, but come on. Let's go accuse the culprit. Look, figured it out. You're the one who stole.
You've gotta be kidding me. You thought about it for that long and came up with.
You mean we got it wrong?
I gave you the answer, and you still couldn't crack the case, detective. Why don't you just. I already told you it was the cook. Even if you asked me 100 times, my answer would still be. Of course it's not.
Hey, you're not questioning yourself, are you? Let's look for evidence.
Right, I'd beg you for mercy. Go ahead, you'll understand once you find the truth.
Let's go look around where Daddy kept the detector. Maybe we can find some clues there.
Ah oui, c'est sûr que s'il gardait le détecteur à ouvert, c'est sûr que ça n'était pas. Qu'une étiquette d'emballage.
This is the label from a supply box.
Mais.
I know where those boxes. That way. Let's go take a look.
Ah mais ça, c'est le genre d'emballage de nourriture, ça. On va dire que c'est le cook en fait. Bah oui, c'est ça, c'est vraiment le cook. Ok. Oh, juste ramasser ça. Merci.
The label must have been on this box. Wait a minute. It's got a spicy smell. This smells like stone-grilled home. There won't be any eating until we find the... the thief appears to have taken Daddy's treasure. And it seems that this damaged probe is one of the detector's... Has Daddy's treasure been sold already? Oh, where could the thief have gone? Oh, yeah! I saw Mr. Sampo on the way to the mine when I came.
Shampoo!
Could he be involved in this?
Non, il est innocent. Non.
Follow Hook? Mr. Sampo should be... Mr. Sampo's always at the clinic hanging around Miss Natasha. Hook thought he was really sick or something. He's worth...
My friend, are you serious? This device is quite rare. Are you really willing to sell it to me at such a low price?
No, why are you making this so complicated? Do you want it or not? Just tell me.
You two stop right there! Pitch Dark Hook the Great has arrived!
Oh boy, I knew it was too good to be true. I gotta make this clear. I have nothing to do with this fella. You have to trust me. Miss Hook, please, don't point that thing at me. It's scary.
Hey, how can you sell me out like that? We had a deal.
You stole Daddy's treasure! Diggertron will not spare you.
This is all that old Bursman's fault. Just because he has this device I'm holding, he can make a fortune. It's not fair.
Well, it seems you guys have some issues to sort out, so
Non,
maybe I
shampoo,
should leave.
Shampoing, tu restes ici.
What kind of a reason are you looking for? With the underworld in such a sad state, how are we supposed to survive if we don't resort to robbing and stealing? Anyway, I got the device now. Come take...
Ouais, non, c'est ça.
Diggertron, get ready.
Oh non!
Made to be broken.
T'es sûr que tu veux toujours te battre? Allez, vas-y.
This is our chance.
You sure talk tough for someone who can't fight. Come on, hit. No, Daddy's treasure! It's broken!
Hey! Now this is Sampo's time to shine.
Attends,
Of course. I wouldn't want to miss out on seeing you and Miss Hook's acts of heroism, would I? Listen here. There's a fellow in Bouldertown they call Balloway the Miner's Lamp. He's an appraiser. Although he claims that he doesn't do appraisals anymore for ancient relics, he actually still does a bit behind the scenes for ones that are of especially... I think this device of yours is probably worth a lot. It might be a good idea to try your luck with... Here's a trick. First, pretend that you want to sell it for a low price, then wait for him to excitedly fix the device for you. After it's fixed, tell him you changed your mind and you want to keep it for yourself. This business tactic is what I call a bait and switch. Pretty clever.
Balloway the Miner's Lamp. Got it. Thanks, Mr. Samp. Let's go into town to find him.
Have a safe trip.
Je te déteste toujours, hein?
Search, you go a-searching, then you go a-running, searching, running, jump, jump, jump.
Ah, expert en estimation relique, les gens appellent l'ordre des mineurs. Ok. Ben.
I'm already retired from appraising ancient relics, so unless this detector is some kind of precious treasure...
Oh, look at this! The detector's probe broke off. Can you fix it?
Ho ho, this certainly is a rare relic.
Yes, look extra close. You have to help Hook fix.
This device... I've been in the business for a long time, but never have I seen an ancient relic. I think this is probably beyond repair. But still, it is a rare treasure. Even broken, I'd be willing to... The detector's probe is gone. It's like searching for something without eyes or ears. Now, it's nothing more than a pile of junk with no practical value. I'm willing to offer a generous price for this thing, so...
All right then. Let's go find Dad.
Non, oh, attends.
So, ready to climb aboard?
Non, non, c'est pas. C'est ça que je voulais. Merci. Bon, vendons au moins de la bouffe. C'est pas un vendeur de bouffe, ça. Boîte de champion. Oh oui. Non, en fait, non. C'est plutôt ça que je veux. Juste 17? Ok, ouais. Merci. Allez. Ben. Ah, mais... Ok, c'est une autre quête, ça.
Where have you been, Hook? I was just about to go looking for you. Come on, let's go home. I'll cook some salt-baked rock crabs for you. What's wrong with this kid? Vein detector? The one I lost?
Big Brother and the Hook helped Daddy catch the thief that stole it. Daddy's detector. is broken.
So it was stolen. You're not...
I'm fine. Daddy, can you see if your detector still works?
The Geomarrow probe is damaged. I'm afraid this thing won't work anymore.
I'm sorry, Daddy. I didn't help one bit.
Attends, ça veut dire que si j'avais vraiment accusé le cuisinier direct au début,
What are you
il serait encore fonctionnel?
apologizing for? Thank you so much for looking out for me, Hook.
But Daddy's treasure...
Don't cry, Hook. Daddy's true treasure has been here all along. It was never lost or broken.
Even you know what it is?
The detector helped me find lots of geomarrow veins, and it saved the mining team a lot of money. In that respect, it was a very good thing. But at the end of the day, the detector is just a tool. A true treasure must have irreplaceable importance to someone.
Doesn't really understand.
C'est toi.
It's okay. I'm saying some things that might seem strange, but you will understand someday.
So, the
is still happily running and jumping around.
You're not allowed to see her cry. Go away.
Non, je reste. Non, je suis vraiment quitté. Ciao, bye. J'ai encore été. Ah. Pourquoi 1, 2, 2, c'est toi le troisième membre honoraire des taupes. Moi, je suis la grande Hook. J'ai emprunté le bidule de Julian pour t'envoyer des messages et te dire que je suis pas doué pour taper là-dessus. Besoin de toi, viens me voir et ne dis Rise 1 à la vieille Bic, sinon ton compte est bon. Tant qu'en l'air, bien que Hook fasse preuve de plus d'arrogance, vous ne pouvez pas vous empêcher de l'aider, peut-être par pitié. C'est good. Au secours. Où es-tu? Mais... Cette chose terrifiante qu'on appelle des devoirs me tient prisonnière. Je ne peux pas sortir pour m'amuser. Mais... j'ai pas de qu'est-ce que t'as à dire. Il est temps de discuter. Ouais, qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Seulement qu'elle est très passionnée par la science et les excursions. Ben, au pire de l'équipement d'excursion. Ah bah oui, ou de l'équipement scientifique, hein. Essaie de récupérer autant d'enregistrements utiles dans la catégorie. J'ai laissé au passage. J'ai laissé au miroir cassé, au miroir carré. Veuillez jeter un coup d'œil quand ça tend. Toutefois, je pense toujours que Yucha n'a rien à voir là-dedans. On arrive bientôt. Ah oui. est prêt. Ok. Ça tombe bien, j'y suis déjà. Ok. Et les affectations sont toujours pas terminées. Non. Bon. Bon, ben, malheureusement, je vais devoir arrêter le stream un peu plus tôt que prévu. Mais bon, comme on dit, ne vous en faites pas. Je vais une autre journée refaire un stream. Puis avec de la chance, peut-être corriger le manque de temps qui a été fait aujourd'hui. Mais bon, entre-temps, si vous avez aimé ce que vous avez vu et voulez en voir plus, vous pouvez me suivre et appuyer sur la cloche pour les futures notifications. Sinon, je vous souhaite une bonne journée ou une bonne nuit et à la prochaine, j'espère.